What up, though? We live. Here it is. Malone TV News, man. Y'all tap in. What's happening? What up, though? Yeah, y'all see it. We finna get on. We finna get on into it, man. It's been one of them crazy few days. You know what I'm saying? Since Monday, since the Diddy allegations came out. Well, I'm sorry. Ever since they bust them homes of his. Been crazy. So we're just gonna get into it. I'm just gonna show y'all some stuff that I've been watching and I've been taking heed of, and just want y'all to listen to stuff, man. Because my belief, what I think, what's going on is he definitely is being, per se, allegedly sacrificed from the higher ups. This man is a freaking billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the first billionaires, black billionaires of that billionaire club. So he done a lot of shit. Not saying that he's innocent in everything, but he's innocent until proven guilty otherwise by the court of law. So that's what people got to understand, because once we get to a higher level at the top, us as black people, us as black men, per se, then you got the higher ups that want to bring us back down to another level so they can try to humble us. You feel me? And they want to humiliate us, our character. This is what a lot of people not understanding, But we, as a race, we still study and just keep on down in our own race, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's crazy when somebody's going through some shit. This shit is real. This serious allegation, man. You know what I'm saying? So the shit is not funny at all. Only thing we can do is just see how it play out in the eyes of the court of the law and see how it goes. But I just want to, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get on into it. Y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's see.
All right, welcome today to another episode of Ear to the Street right here on 97.9 The Beat. And my favorite Ear to the Streets, Papa Ron, be like, when it be from the gang right here from the city, bro.
Absolutely.
Like it's cool to break records,
Wrong one. Let me see. Hold on. I'm finna get it.
Against the rod and all this, which is your right, Mom. If what you're saying is true, fight for your rights. But what you're saying about your child's father, right, who has been doing this and doing that, if what you're saying is true, sue him. There's no statute of limitations. Sue him. You exploring justice with Little Rod, throw 50 cents on there too. Show you about that life. And I'm not even taunting. I'm just saying, hold him accountable. And whoever is paying for your lawyers, because I'm a little confused as to what Daphne does. I'm not saying she's not a blank lawyer. I'm just literally, listen. And I do understand that Daphne has come out in the past and said that 50 did this to her. Again, I'm not defending 50. I'm saying that Daphne sue 50. And then you don't got to be a blank worker no more. If you are, you don't have to be one ever again. All right? This is Daphne also accused 50 of this when he back when he was hanging out with Floyd Mayweather. So I don't know. If I was Daphne, and I'm only saying this from one woman to another, sue him. Sue him. Sue him and retire off of the money you get. Make him pay. Hold him accountable. Anyway, she said, you are no longer my oppressor, and my God will handle you from this point on. Now, this is great. Can we have more detail? Because this 50 cents is another Diddy. We need to know this. Again, she first accused 50 Cent of doing this in 2013. So you know how that is, right? And again, I don't mean to sound cold-hearted, because when I say sue him, I want anybody that did this to anyone to be held accountable. Again, why are you trying to uphold? This would be anyone. I understand why, but the logic that you would want to uphold a father figure to someone that raped you, you want a boy to grow up to be like the man that raped you and have the mindset of the man that raped you, all because you need for the outside world to think that there is a male figure and father in the house. It's a Khloe Kardashian way of thinking. Anyway, you're no longer my oppressor. Here's the part that just made me think that, like, maybe Little Rod's accusations about Daphne being a freak-off worker on payroll is true. Because if you were willing to, because of your inner demons, pain, trauma, you felt forced to normalize the fact that a man that you have a child with could do that to you and disassociate enough to be like, but I still want him to look like a good father, then it leads me to believe that you would also, be doing what? You know? Maybe being a dum-dum to somebody. Not dum-dum, I didn't mean to say it like that, but you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be that hard for Diddy or anybody else to take advantage of you because you hold this trauma and your mindset makes me think it'd be really easy to manipulate you, okay? Anyway, she said, you have permanently damaged the last hope I had for you as a father to preserve our family with these last and final false claims made against me. You have broken our hearts for the last final time. Now, let me say this. If Little Rod is lying about Daphne, then I wish Daphne all the vengeance in heaven, hell, and on this earth. Okay? I don't know what is going on between her and 50 Cent because she claims he did this, but then she says that she was trying to uphold this like family image, right? She was trying to uphold.
A little messy a little bit. Let's go to this other video. Let me see something. It's getting real out here, folks. Y'all don't understand what's going on. You better take heed because it's not a game. It's some serious shit. You feel me? Like, it's some serious shit going on, man, in the world today. Like, it really is some serious stuff. Hold on, let me see. So, I have a technical difficulties. Just give me 1 second. All right, we're back.
Now it looks like 50 Cent trolling done pissed off the usually quiet Stevie J. Now, of course, 50 is no fan of Diddy, but this time he's brought in former Bad Boy producer Stevie J into the mix. Now, 50 took to his Instagram page to air out Stevie J over an alleged video where he was on camera sleeping with a man. Now, he posted up a blog post that said, new documents show that Diddy allegedly used videos of Stevie J sleeping with another man to groom him into wanting to sleep with each other. And the horrible thing is it actually has a screenshot of it. Now, in the attached court documents, it indicates Mr. Combs used access to Stevie J and his knowledge of Mr. Jones' admiration of Stevie J to groom and entice Mr. Jones to engage in being with a man. Now, Mr. Combs went as far as to share a video of Steve J busting open a white Caucasian male without protection. Now, this was done to case Mr. Jones' anxiety concerning sleeping with dudes. According to Mr. Combs, this is a normal practice in the music industry. He said, look, even Stevie J is doing it. Now, Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in intercourse with other rappers. They took out the names, and also an R&B singer and Stevie J. Now, Mr. Combs promised to make sure that Mr. Jones wins Producer of the Year if he engaged in sleeping with men.
This court
now, the following are actually screenshots of the video of CJ busting open a Caucasian male that Mr. Combs provided to Mr. Jones.
This is crazy.
Now, the crazy thing is, guys, he actually tagged Stevie J in the post. Now, Stevie J immediately hopped on Instagram Live and called out 50.
Curtis, what's good, man? You and your
Stevie
feelings
J.
about Daphne? Is she would gang them? Or is it that you sucking little Rod? However it go, I want you to fade, nigga. Fuck all that. Since it's entertainment, let me beat the shit out of you on TV or something. Don't duck that. I'm calling you out. What you want to do, Curtis? Curtis!
Now, I know they both old and in their 50s, but we need some excitement in hip-hop. So I'm going to need for them to pull up and throw hands and don't do this internet back and forth stuff we be seeing. I don't know about y'all, but I'm definitely here for the shits. Now, one thing 50 don't do is play about his son, Sire. But when it comes to his other son, Marquise, his twin, he be like,
Fuck them kids.
now, some information came out about Diddy having alleged ex-workers, and Young Miami, a.k.a. Porta Potty, was named, as well as Daphne Joy, another one of Diddy's piss pots, and the baby mama of 50 Cent.
Can't believe it.
Now, we know deep down he was hurt to find out his baby mama got exposed to the world. Them birthday parties for Sire gonna be looking real different moving forward.
Look, I'm at the end of my rope, and I want to die.
Unfortunately, baby mamas are still a part of your brand, and I hate to say it, but they still kind of low-key represent you, even if y'all just co-parenting. So I can see how this can be embarrassing for him. Now, 50 wasted no time throwing shots at his baby mama, referring to her as a little ex-worker.
See, that's
I'm not
why
sure
50
why he cries,
calling.
honestly, because she definitely gets.
That's the reason why 50 going after Diddy, because of the simple fact that because of their baby mama. That Daphne chick, that's who 50 got a son by. I think his youngest kid is by her. So, of course, 50 gonna go at him, you know what I'm saying, go at Diddy's throat, and he gonna keep on going at him, you know what I'm saying? But that's just it, how it is. Because Diddy smashing this goddamn baby mama. Y'all niggas know how that shit go. Niggas get jealous and all type of shit. And all type of feeling and emotion start to come about. You know what I'm saying? Let's play some more. Hold on.
Around. Now, according to U.S. Weekly, he is now allegedly seeking full custody of their 12-year-old son, Sire. Now, they reported, given the latest developments in news of Daphne Joy's involvement in the Diddy lawsuit, 50 is going for sole custody of his son. A source close to the situation told U.S. Weekly on Thursday. Now, is it me, or is this Diddy's list starting to look like the Epstein list? I mean, we got a lot of celebrities involved in his mess, from Cuba Gooding Jr.'s zesty ass.
Oh, God. Awful.
And now multiple others. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, man. How do y'all feel about 50 Cent coming for Stevie J, and also him wanting to get full custody of
Shout out
his
to the
son?
content creator. Shout
Y'all
out
let
to
me know how y'all
Ronald
feel
B.
about
Show,
this,
man.
man. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the videos. Share these videos.
All right, we're gonna go to something else. Let's see what I'm gonna go to. It's crazy, man. The internet is been blowing up for the last couple of days about this shit. Yeah, it's getting messy and messier.
I heard Stevie J, P Diddy. Ooh, we. Hold on, let me see some. Wait a minute. Jocelyn Hernandez lie detector test. Let's see.
I've been vindicated.
Hold up.
Shout out to the content creator, man. Shout out to Celebrity Doctor.
The truth is here. And this right here, you can't get away from the truth. Okay? I've been vindicated. The truth is here. And this right here, you can't get away from the truth. Okay?
All right. We've shared it before on this show, but let's do it. Okay. Northeast Georgia Polygraph Services. Okay.
Ms. Hernandez has been in a relationship with Steven since 2012. Ms. Hernandez stated he will watch porn on a regular basis and was involved in watching gay porn. Ms. Hernandez stated that she left him primarily because of his porn addiction. That's believable, actually. She has agreed to undergo a polygraph examination to prove she's telling the truth. Okay? All right. It says Ms. Hernandez was being truthful when answering the relevant questions. Are you lying when you say Steven was watching gay porn? No. Are you lying when you say Steven was watching gay porn while you and he were living together? No. And she was being truthful. She was being truthful.
See, these are court documents.
So at least we know he watches gay porn. Was he in a gay porn? I don't know, but we know at least he watches it. But once again, he's very, very perverted. You can see that. And the crazy thing about a porn addiction is that it just gets worse and worse and worse. And you need stricter and stricter stuff to get off on. And then now the way the algorithms are set up, they'll put in gay porn even on the straight section. It's a whole thing.
It's a lot of shit, man. Excuse profanity, though.
So, this was proven. This was done June 14, 2016. And let me see. Let's pull up the location where she got the test done. Gainesville, Georgia. Okay. And North S 958. Okay, found her LLC. Okay, yep. Here we go. She went here. See, can we? Yep. That's where she went and got it done. So, anyway. All right, any other comments? Damn, I can't believe it's 6 o'clock. I've been talking about Diddy all
right, we're going to go
day.
on a shout out to the celebrity doctor, man. We're going to move on. I'm going to go to this other video, man, with Al B. Sure.
All right, Storm Chasers, we got to talk about Quincy and Al B. Sure, all right? Al B. Sure wants his son, his biological, his twin. Where have you been? All right.
Shout out to DJ Academic, man.
They did the search. Gene Deal, who's been talking about this former bodyguard for Puffy, he actually did an interview ironically today, and he's reacting to the fact that Diddy's house got searched.
But the way they did the search warrant and how they did it, man, I thought he was El Chapo or somebody. You know, they took a tactical team in there, brother. They had tactical units.
They did.
So for them to have a team in New York, because they didn't really mention too much about New York. They had property in New York, property in Miami, and a property in LA, all simultaneously hit. Those different agencies had to get together, plan that, and that's not no bull. You know, that's a lot of manpower, a lot of money. So they want to know how they spent the taxpayer. The taxpayer's going to know why you spending my money on this to come up with nothing. So you best believe they had something in the first place to go up in there, because they didn't have a search warrant for bodies. They had a search warrant for like materials, laptops, telephones, logs, pictures, tapes. You know, that's what they search warrant is for. They didn't have a search warrant for bodies. The news about them arresting a mule, now, they're going to have to prove that. Now, if that guy becomes a witness, and if they can track anything back to Puff with that, that's going to be one of their star witnesses.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
I agree with that, too.
I actually agree.
Shout out DJ Academic, man.
I actually agree. Anyway, Suge Knight also commented on this. Let me see what
fake evidence, and this is how
They pulling you over. Ain't no more sleepovers. Ain't no more hangovers. Your kids can't have no friends at all. My God, that's embarrassing, yo.
It's getting ugly out here in these streets, man.
Listen.
It's really getting ugly out here in these streets.
He has on other people. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. I think 100,000,000% there's some videotapes. Let me tell you this. When you into some extra freaky deaky shit, man, that type of shit, you could only believe it if you record it. You know what I mean? I guarantee you Diddy has, I don't think Diddy, in my personal opinion, I don't think he has these things. Like, that makes the story more salacious. Yo, he's having these tapes to blackmail people with. I don't think that's what it is. He's a freaky nigga that likes to watch men have sex with his woman, and he can't order a freak off at 2 p.m. in the daytime in between meetings at the bad boy office. He might want to crank one out. He want to whack off real quick. You know what I mean? He want to choke the chicken. He want to just do what he got to do. You know what he going to do? He going to go to that little phone. He going to connect that hard drive. He going to go to his phone, and he going to watch the video of Cassie getting piped out by like 15 strange men. I do think there's videotapes. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't believe that he's using that to blackmail people, because at the end of the day, I do think we live in this era where if you're really blackmailing people with like shit like that, bro, it's probably more powerful for you to just come out and just admit it, and then just, it would make Diddy look crazier that he even has videos of that. Or now you got to answer more questions about why the fuck that shit even existed. So yeah, I think he got videotapes, right? Definitely think he got videotapes. Now, here's the thing, and this is why Vince McMahon got into some trouble. Vince was showing people. Sometimes some of these guys, right, like they'll
shout out to DJ Academic,
and you got to
man.
imagine Diddy might be
Subscribe
one of these
the
people
channel,
too. Like, for
TV,
example,
man.
Everybody in here, let's just get a one in the chat if you guys have done this before. Everybody in here has recorded themselves having sex with their significant other. We're talking about a girlfriend or boyfriend or something like that. One in the chat, I think everybody's done it, right? Now, I'll just wait to see y'all ones. Let me see. Okay, exactly. Now, here's the thing. Somebody's like, just come out in a minute as well. There's no, So here's the thing. Everybody probably has a video like that, but so I wouldn't say that's the weird behavior, because I think that a majority of people have recorded themselves. We live in a different era now. I think the weird thing is if you're showing it all your boys. Like, would you show your boys like, yo?
Here's what I'm gonna say, and I mean this with like being real and being honest, man. Like, Puff looking at some serious shit. You feel me? Like, this man, think about it. He been in this lifestyle for what, over 30-something years, almost 40 years, maybe, probably, 30-something years, 20 to 30-something years. Yeah, I say 30 ever since he was young. So he's seen a lot of stuff. Them higher ups they started him doing all that bull crap. You dig what I'm saying? So he's seen so much stuff to the point where he didn't have to do the shit because it was wrong. But the nigga, maybe he didn't have no choice. They probably groomed him to a point where, hey, this is how you get people in, you know what I'm saying, the hip-hop scene, on the hip-hop scene and stuff like that. This is how you groom them. You go about that, woot-de-woot-de-woot or whatever. That's all a part of that, being a part of that secret society, man. That's part of that guy doing Illuminati. That's the whole thing. That's what it is. That's what it is. So they're gonna do everything in their power to try to, dismantle him and break him all the way down to the ground like he's nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Put him back in the dirt, like he's saying. So at the end of the day, I don't agree with none of that shit for us. The sexual allegation and all that shit. I don't agree with none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you done wrong, you should do the time. But on another level, a lot of people gonna come out and try to probably pin shit on the nigga because of the simple who he is. You feel what I'm saying? He's a big mogul. You know what I'm saying? He's a billionaire. The man been doing his music shit for a very long time. You know, and of course, all these businesses that he got and stuff like that, endeavors and stuff that he got, some of that shit, you know, he's a black man in a society where it's ruled by top executives and top, you know, elites per se. So, of course, they only let you get so far up that chain until they bring you back down. They ain't gonna just sit there and let you try to, you know, go over here and I'm gonna buy these many shares of this business because I want a black-owned business just like that. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, they'll let you get so far, but it's levels to that shit, man. It's really levels to that shit. Look at Jay-Z. That's why you think Jay-Z went over to the sports organization and did his thing, because he know he got a better chance of surviving through that whole ordeal with the NFL. You know. He could have got doing, you know what I'm saying? If he could have did the same thing for as, you know, staying in the industry and investing all his money in the industry, but he didn't. So he went to a whole different outlet and he went to the NFL, you know. But being in that whole world, it's a secret society. So they all got secrets. Everybody in the entertainment business, they got secrets. I don't care who it is. You're a musician, rapper, singer, what have you, producer, what have you, all in that industry. They all have secrets, you know. It's just like a code. It's like a club. Once you get into that elite, they keep them secrets in that elite. That's how they do. That's how they go about. And if you double cross them, that's why they call that shit Illuminati, because of some fact the Illuminati shit, that is part of it, pretty much. It's a secret society, basically, you know. And now Puff been aired out for the last few years, and it's like, okay, now we finna go ahead and dismantle him and get rid of him, you know. So we're gonna get back into these videos, man, because I can go all day with talking about this shit here, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
It's me fucking my girl right here. Like, would you do that? Like, probably not, right? Like, it's
shout
for you to watch.
Shout out to DJ
yourself,
Academic, man, for the video, man.
For you
to
enjoy,
for the content.
You know what I mean? Not for you to like pass it around. You know what I mean? Like pass it around the hood that everybody could watch your girls getting fucked, especially if it's a situation where you're not fucking her. So, I think the normal person, you just have a video, but you're not passing it around. Diddy, the mere fact that he already liked other men to fornicate with his woman, he probably would show videos to people. I'm making this up. I'm just assuming. I'm assuming he would show people videos just to kind of get them down with the program, and also probably try to turn them on, right? That's what I would think. Because normal people just wouldn't do that. But normal people wouldn't let other niggas fuck their chick.
Whatever it is, they got that shit. You better hope that was in the safety deposit box. You better hope that was in the safety deposit box, because they took that. Videotapes. I hope you wasn't as stupid as R. Kelly was. I hope you wasn't that dumb. Got the shit on videotape. Now I hope. Damn. This ain't Deshaun Combs. I invited to the party. This ain't Deshaun.
Yeah, I think it's there actually. All right.
And shout out to Uncle Luke, man. He said some inspiring
and you see
stuff.
Them put you up on a pedestal. That's because they put you up on a pedestal.
Now, Uncle Luke comes up with this theory, which I think is a kind of credible theory to a certain extent. He says, well, the reason why this is happening to Diddy is that Diddy bit the hand that fed him. And that's
basically what happened.
Diageo which essentially owns Ciroc and owns De Leon. And once they separated, or once he started asking for too much money and wanted to do too much with them, and they decided to cut ties, that's when all of this bullshit happened.
Came about.
That's actually in line with the timing, I kid you not. Do you think he got sacrificed, and maybe the higher ups,
that's what I'm telling y'all,
own these companies, these liquor brands, they said this nigga is getting out of line. Let's show him and put him back in his place.
Mm-hmm.
They made you.
Shout out to Uncle Luke, man.
By the way, is my volume low? Is my volume low?
Turn that the Bugattis, they gave the mansions on 2 different coasts. They put you up on a pedestal because they need you. It's like some pimp shit. When you got your main girl, you dress her up and she look like this and look like that and do this, and you march her into the big room. I'm telling you. So when they put you on that motherfucking pedestal, and then you start thinking it's about you, and
break you down.
You want to take over their shit. Them people look back like this. Hold on, who the fuck he think he is? Oh, we'll show you better than we can tell you. Then they'll try to reason with you, and they'll talk to your manager, because your manager look like them. And they'll be like, hey, man, tell your man to chill out. You know, and then the manager come in, and he trying to keep his job. Hey, guy, calm down. And then you go walk around like it's all about you. You got all the cars and the mansions and the jets and all the yachts and all this and all the people running around. You talking about, yeah. And now you want to fight. Now you want to bite the hand that feeds you. Don't your mama ever always tell you that? Your mama say, never bite the hand that feeds you. And so this is how the major corporations work when you try to come after them. Now you put a law.
Isn't all this eerie, though?
Our first guest tonight is
I feel like Diddy knew right at this moment.
And I'm on there.
Self, I mean,
I don't know what you're talking about. She just turned 1 year old, and I just released a new album, and it's called The Love Album.
So love is really, could you trademark the word love and keep it for yourself? I mean,
I am love.
Hey, speaking of
this
love.
This is love.
I saw a guy on the internet the other day who said he used to be your security guard, who said that when you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a...
I'm going to say this right here, man. I know when I was coming up, you know, me and my homeboy and them, you know, we listened to Biggie and, you know, Parking Lot, you know, we looked up to them guys, you know what I'm saying? Because we didn't have, you know, no big role models, you know, boys just looking up. We looked up to the point where, you know, okay, that's, you know, that's big. Them boy, maybe one day I'll be a rapper or, you know what I'm saying, a new producer or something like that, something of that nature, you know what I'm saying? And we would never think, you know what I'm saying, shit like that would be really going on in the industry like that. But people don't understand. This stuff been going on for years, ages, man, before we even got doing, you know what I'm saying, what that had exist in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? This shit been going on for years, man. Rock and roll, think back, way back when. They started that stuff. You feel me? Those top elite, they started that stuff in Hollywood, man. It just got bigger and bigger and bigger. It grew on up with the grooming and stuff and all that. You know what I'm saying? That shit that grew them up, which is disgusting to me. You know what I'm saying? That's why they had the Illuminati. The Illuminati is the whole secret society. What they doing all the grooming and private parties and white parties and all that mess right there, you know. That's what they be doing in Hollywood, you know. That's what they do. Secret society stuff, you know. It just sick and sad. We're gonna get back into the video. Shout out to the content creator, man. Shout out to DJ Academic, man. Subscribe to my channel, Malone TV News. You know what I'm saying? CM the Goat 5.
Threesome, and you were going to beat up Will Smith. Is that true? Good This show's gotten crazier since the last time I. No, it's all about love, though. That's not true. You really heard that? Yeah, I watched it on the internet. You're telling me I can't believe everything I read? What? I don't know what you're talking about. Jimmy, I thought we was friends. What is this? What the hell? Did you notice this about? So love is really, could you trademark the word love and keep it for yourself? I mean, I am love. Hey, speaking of this love, is love. I saw a guy on the internet the other day who said he's your security guard, who said that when you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were going to beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
I ain't making no.
This show's gotten crazier since the last time.
I'm not making no excuse for it. If you did wrong, you did wrong. You gonna got done face the consequences. But at the end of the day, the nigga, you know, I've seen what Mace was going through, what Mace was talking about when it came down to them royalties and stuff like that, and publishing and shit, you know. And when they called in, when Jadakiss then was on, talking about they got done publishing and gave them back and stuff like that, you know. He pretty much took all they publishing pretty much, and then turned around and gave them back when he I guess he felt like, okay, he didn't need them no more. So, but at the end of the day, you know, they just karma, man. That's all it is. A lot of karma coming back to, you know, bite them in the ass.
It's all about love, though. That's not true. You really heard that? Yeah, I watched it on the internet. You're telling me I can't believe everything I read? What? I don't know what you're talking about. Jimmy, I thought we was friends. What is this? I also read in the New York Times that you tried toad poison or something like that. Eric Andre was here.
Lawsuit in. Bam! Lawsuit. Fuck that shit. I'm suing their ass. I'm take their company down. Fuck that shit. They taking my brand and my name and likeness and they making millions of dollars.
Interesting. Anyway, this is what Suge got to say.
Finally passed away.
I watched the show interview yesterday.
Jake
it was interesting.
Passed away. We come back. You know, office in Westwood. And it's the office right across the hall. I walked in Jimmy's office. I didn't knock on the door. I get somebody let Jimmy know Mr. Knight that walk right in. He do the same. Anyway, when he walked in my office, we was having a conversation. He overheard somebody say something he probably shouldn't have heard. He wanted to holler at me. So I said, give me a minute. Jimmy said, man, I'm here because Clyde Davis called me and him and Puffy is real tight. And, you know, love it. So I thought he was talking like they got love for each other. All right.
I sure might on the phone.
So why you keep saying that? I said, look, all these you sending
on this,
like
on this platform.
They're sucking. He said, I don't want to say that, but that's what it means, right? I said, okay. He said, Clyde don't want nothing to happen to Puffy. He said, but this guy ain't gonna be able to do this business because we know what he did. They did. So I go to prison. Come back out from prison. Then later on to move ahead, Puffy did a deal with Universal.
Okay. Now, there's some more shit. Former extra host, Tamika Ray, was a former backup dancer or a dancer for Diddy, and has some stories about him here.
Oh, yeah. You know, we all have stories. Seriously, we all have stories. Mine is horrific, and only 5 people know it. And I probably will never tell it. But since then, I've been like, yep. And I also am very intimately aware that you tell your truth and you become victimized over and over and over and over and over and over. And mind you, I then interviewed him many times. I have a lot of stories. I've been in Hollywood for 25 years, maybe longer, 30. I got a lot of stories. Unfortunately, maybe I'll write a book one day.
This shit get deep, man.
It just is so traumatizing that women just want to live every day and feel safe. And when we revisit, we live in a state of victimhood. And nobody wants to live there. So for those of you like, why didn't you say something then? Because we just want to live. We want to be happy. And we really want to forget the trauma. So there's that. Oh, yeah. You know, we all have stories. Seriously.
The caption says, "Oh yeah, women hold in a lot to function every day in the man's world. Unfortunately, or something we could compartmentalize out pain and carry on. We utilize the experience as a lesson and move differently. If I told my story in '96, then what? I just knew to avoid him at all costs. Yes, I danced for him and I kept my space. I was on Vote or Die airplane and kept my space. I interviewed him for his project, kept my space. Nothing has happened and surprising. Ladies, keep space to heal and move on is key. Gathering to incriminate is goals. But in this wild world with a broke ass system, our healing is priority. Shame on all those men that let this continue. Shame on me for prioritizing my mental health, some would say. But after working in a place that snatches souls, minds intact, and of the light, I save myself. Now, if someone needs me to pile on my story, give me a call. But I think Cassie got it. What the fuck?
Shit's crazy.
Is this? Holy shit, man.
It's crazy, man.
It just doesn't stop. It's thing after thing after thing after thing. Somebody say, y'all call Kanye crazy, but he ain't never in these court documents.
Ye smart as a motherfucker. Kanye smart. People tried to call him crazy last year. Look what they did. They blackballed him.
JT wants to let y'all know she don't do coke.
He turned around and flipped it. Turned around and flipped it and got them made an album. Number one album on the Billboard chart and a number one single on the Billboard chart.
It actually destroyed my
family. Tell me how crazy is that?
Jokes about shit,
he could do that.
Giggles, and don't know
him and Ty Dolla $ign
post-trauma or past trauma. Y'all playing with me or stop playing with me, please.
We're living in. Hold on, let me spot it. We're living in them times, man. Like everything you do, everything you pretty much say, people making mockery out of it, man. You know what I'm saying? They just, it's we living in them times. There's a camera everywhere on every corner you go to, drones in the air, all that. Now, you ain't really got no privacy no more, pretty much. Because basically, you living in a society now where everything is out in the open. You may think it's private, but oh no. And again, people don't understand. You got to understand the logic of the whole ordeal. The feds know every move you make. I don't care what you doing. They always have your ass. You feel me? That's what they do. They are known to be knowing what you doing, got going on. You may not think they ain't watching you. When you think they ain't watching you, they watching you. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. The feds always watching. They always watching, man. Ain't nowhere around them. You think you're going to pick up and go somewhere and try to get out of the country and you think the feds ain't going to know what you're worried about? If they want to find you, they will find you. That's what they do. You feel me? They will find you. They try to make a statement. Like when they went in that man's house, them houses the other day, like that, they did that for a reason. They was trying to make a statement and trash his houses like that. They was trying to make a statement, letting him know that, listen, nigga, we can come in this motherfucker now anytime we want, and we're gonna treat it as how we want to treat it. Because in their mind, they think this is how you doing females and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what they thinking. And from what they've been told, allegedly. Subscribe to the channel, man. Malone TV News. Shout out to DJ Academic, man, for the content.
We played
deniability with Homeland.
Okay.
Yeah, it's getting real. It's getting real crazy
Akbar
out here in these
wants to know why
streets.
nobody cares about Diddy's kids. I don't know what Diddy did or what he didn't do. But what I find more disturbing is how the black community is the only community that had his throat, not sparing his kids, or nothing. Nobody's even trying to spare his motherfucking daughters on the internet. That's the fucked up part. Them babies. Once again, I don't know what's true, what's not, but this has always proved my point. When I say the only skin color that will publicly go against each other is black people, we don't stick together at all. Now, I'm not saying stick together with BS, but them kids are innocent and y'all get the thrill of laughing and joking about somebody else's pain. But what I find more disturbing is that you never catch them Caucasian going against each other on the internet. They gonna stand and stick together or don't open their mouth at all. Y'all may hate this messenger, but y'all know what I'm saying is true. His daughters are in school and I have a daughter. I don't wish that pain on nobody because kids are cruel sometimes. Let's start to do what the fuck?
It's not looking good though for Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Really not.
Okay. All right, people. All right. Let me make sure I definitely address all the things I need to address about this. This is like, okay. Now I'm hearing there's some meat mill snippet. What the fuck is meat? This is time you need to be quiet, bro. Please.
Nigga, I hope they forgive me for what I did with Diddy. Real street nigga forever. Bitch, I'm the king of Philly.
That's gotta be some AI shit.
Dream chasers, nigga. I hope they forgive me for what I did with Diddy. Real
I don't think that nigga would. I don't think. Listen, hold on, let me pause that. If Meek Mill put some shit out like that, you know what I'm saying? He a fool if he did. But that probably some AI shit, you know what I'm saying? Because that nigga be a fool to put something out, some shit like out like that right about now. All this shit going on. Listen to this shit.
Cases, nigga. I hope they forgive me for what I did with Diddy. Real street nigga forever. Bitch, I'm the king of Philly.
This gotta be a splice track or like some type of deep fake. Like I no way Meek Meek is dumb, but like
yeah.
Come on. Meek, come the fuck on, bro. Come on, my nigga. Is this a real snippet?
Alright, so dream chasers, nigga. I hope they forgive me for what I did with Diddy.
I hope they forgive me for what I did with Diddy.
Real street nigga forever. Bitch, I'm the king of Philly. Dream chasers, nigga. I hope they forgive me for what I did with Diddy. Real street nigga forever. Bitch, I'm the king of Philly.
He'd be stupid to come out with some shit like that.
It gotta be AI.
You know what I'm saying?
Regardless,
that's what I think is some AI shit.
Silence on this, but his loudness with everything else kind of tells you. I'm not saying he's guilty of anything, but these guys, they were just as silent when all the alleged abuse was going on. And, you know, I'm hoping that this is false for
Hold on, let me pause this
everyone's
for a
sake.
second.
And
hold on. What'd you say? Oh, somebody text. It's in the chat. P Diddy works for the white man. Well, yeah, see, P Diddy just, you know what I'm saying? He's just a straight, he just is scapegoat, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? They just gonna got done pretty much cancel him and try to got done belittle him and make him bow down. That's what the higher ups trying to do to him. They trying to make him know and trying to make him think, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this nigga know we gonna handle his ass. You see what I'm saying? So they gonna break him down. That's what they trying to do. And in the midst of everything, he's not recognizing what's going on. Maybe he is or maybe he not. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, because Diddy, all these years, Diddy been his own boss pretty much, basically. He been calling his own shots. He might, you know, he answers to them from higher up, but he still done shit his own way and got away with it for all these years. People don't understand, you know. What you say in the chat, what the chat said. All the neighbors are white. Those people have been that saying money back. Oh, I don't know. But all I know is it's a lot going on with that situation. You know, what I can say, I'm going to pray for his family, you know, pray for his kids, man. You know what I'm saying? And everything, you know, because I got kids, you know. It's hard. When you're a billionaire status like what he is, you know what I'm saying? Of course, people going to make mockery of you day in and day out. Because at the same time, and then on the other end, you got a lot of people that were looking at him like as if they was like, okay, he was a hip hop, he's a hip hop mogul and philanthropist that a lot of people looked up to him as like a big mentor. You know, a lot of guys' perspective for that. You know, are the one that came after him. You know, then on the other hand, you got to think about all the shit date back all the way back to when Pac got killed. Date back when all the thing when Big got killed. So you got to think about, put all that shit into play. You know, that's a lot have been going on surrounded around P Diddy. A lot done been going on. You know, you know, I'm not a judge or a jury. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking on my perspective for as, you know, a listener, and I sit back and analyze stuff and try to, you know what I'm saying, just watch everything and we just gotta watch it and see how it gonna play out, you know. But, you know, I pray for his family, you know what I'm saying, man, because I don't want to see nobody go down, go to prison or whatever. But, you know, if you're guilty, then, you know, you go to jail, go get indicted, and you go to jail, and you got to do your time. You did the crime, then you got to do the time. That's all to it, you know. But we're gonna get back in this video because I sit here and talk all night. Let y'all see these videos, man. That's why I'm playing these videos, man. Shout out to content creator, man. You know what I'm saying? Academic, DJ Academic.
But if it does come out that Diddy was actually doing all this crazy shit, like we are gonna have to start blaming some of these silent enablers, right? Y'all been to these parties, y'all have heard these rumors, y'all have heard about alleged victims, and y'all did nothing. And even when the accusations came around, y'all kept quiet. And if you were around him or, you know, involved in any of these scenarios, even if you weren't the culprit yourself, you enable this type of bullshit. So like, so some of these people who are quiet, I know they want to be just kept out of the mess, but nah, some of y'all wasn't enabling this bullshit. Some of y'all was being used by Diddy to normalize this bullshit, right? Like, think about the Lil Rod lawsuit. Not saying this is true, but what he alleged was that Diddy would say, yo, you know, I do this with these other niggas too. Like, we do these things, so why can't I do it with you? So again, I do think some of these rappers or whoever,
he got a lot going on, man. I'm talking about a lot.
You
know what I'm saying?
Concrete allegations collected from victims. When charges come down, we will get him wherever he is. What the fuck? In a statement to New York Post, an officer with the Department
these are
of
court. He's reading out.
DJ
Academic reading out court documents.
Sex trafficking. The officer went on to say, "We are responding
from the lawsuit.
To concrete, detailed,
you know what I'm saying?
Allegations. This is not random. We did not choose his name out of a hat." I'm gonna be honest with you. This statement seems a little funny. Like, why would a Homeland Security officer talk to the New York Post, even anonymously? Like, why?
Check. Can y'all hear it? Can y'all hear it good?
Their PR is not gonna give
a PR
statement about them investigating Diddy. They'll might do a press conference when he gets arrested, if he does. But why they give?
Let me know if y'all can hear it.
It's not random. Way too like they feel like they're validating themselves.
I want to make sure my sound good and clear.
We had allegations that we're following up on. Feds collect the number of. Okay, let's see if we go to New York Post itself and find this. Okay, federal officials. me see.
I'm gonna pause it right there. I'm gonna come back to this. I gotta say this. Let me say this, man. I'm gonna tell y'all what the feds finna probably trying to do now. Now that when they went in their houses and went in his estates and stuff, and they came out with all them crates and boxes and stuff of evidence or whatever they supposed to have, they gonna clean through all that stuff and try to see what type of, if they got laptop, computers, or what have you, and security footage or anything like that. They're gonna go through all that stuff and they're gonna try to see what they can try to pin up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the feds do. It takes time for them to build a case instead of just they ain't gonna pin that on you because they have to build that shit to a point where they want to come at you right. When they come at you, they're gonna come at you right. They're gonna be on point. There ain't gonna be no mess up because that's what the feds do. You feel me? So they're not going to, whatever they got going on, whatever they're going to try to do to him or whatever, if they do come back to him with a warrant or something like that in hand, it's going to be some real document. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't going to play around with it, And because he looking at some serious charges for real, Well, serious allegation, not charge. I mean, he ain't been charged with anything yet, but serious allegation, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to say that.
Pause on this side. Here we go. Federal officials were acting on specific allegations of sexual trafficking when they raided two of Diddy's homes.
Share the channel, man. Hit
and
that
they
like.
say alleged victims have
subscribe,
been not holding back.
Share the channel, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you tapping in with me.
That the case has been active for several weeks as authorities investigate a
range
of allegations against the
share the channel. You know what I'm saying?
We believe that there's a disturbing history of sex trafficking, said the Miami-based officer who spoke under the condition of anonymity. We are responding to concrete, detailed, explicit allegations. This is not random. We did not choose his name out of a hat. We had allegations that we're following up on. The public first became aware of the allegations against Diddy when his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, filed a federal civil lawsuit against him in November last year. That case was settled out of court the next day, but has been followed by 3 lawsuits alleging sexual assault, all of which Diddy strongly denied. Okay? This house is beautiful. Fuck. I think this is one in Homely Hills. Yeah. He has also not been charged with any crime or wrongdoing at this stage. We became aware of certain allegations during the course of civil suits. Oh, wow. They're just amended. During the course of the civil suits against Mr. Combs, you have to understand we didn't just decide on a whim to search his house. Clearly, I can't. I have to go get a search warrant. Federal judge has decided to sign off. This isn't a witch hunt. An attorney for Combs, Aaron Dyer, did not return the post messages for comment. On Monday, when Homeland Security agents raided Mr. Combs' mansion both in Atlanta and Miami, they confiscated hard drives, phones, and other evidence. The officer tells the Post that they're looking for photos, emails, texts, itineraries, hopefully names that are specific communications that we're aware of that we are aware. There are specific communications that we're aware of that we will be able to access on the electronics. The multi-agency investigation is being spearheaded by the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York. Monday's search was executed by the Homeland Security investigators. Okay, I believe this woman is probably talking. Cassie's probably talking. In a statement, Diddy's lawyer said it was a gross overuse of military force, and we read that statement before. They said DHS operative said those interviewed for the investigation have been thorough and detailed. Wow, why does I don't know why I can't see a DHS or somebody giving this interview and their superiors would approve. But I guess it's anonymous, but still, like, whatever. Anyway, that's funny about the victims. They might be reluctant to speak at first, but once they start talking, they talk. They talk a lot. We're getting a lot of cooperation from people who want to see him brought to justice. Why would a cop say that? Why would a Fed say that? Y'all don't have, this shit has not been grand jury. Why would you say that before then? Diddy was stopped by a private jet out of the U.S. on Monday and was believed to have remained in Florida despite the raise attracting a great deal of attention, remains a free man. He's not under arrest. He's under investigation. The law enforcement source made clear he is free, right enough to do what he wants, but he is aware that if charges come down, we will get him wherever he is.
That's crazy.
Fuck. If that's a real DHS source, real Homeland Security agent, seems to me they're going to have no problem indicting him if they have this many victims. All they're looking for is, things to corroborate sex trafficking, which is itineraries, moving people across countries, maybe instructions to other people like, hey, book her a plane here, this and third, or hey, go get this drug for the free call tonight. Like, who knows? God damn.
It's crazy. Crazy world out here.
Chat, I see you guys, I see all your donations and stuff like that. I'm about to get through reading them now. Holy crap.
Subscribe to the channel, man. Malone TV News.
All right.
This is your boy, CM the GOAT. 5, man. You know what I'm saying? CM the GOAT. Number 5.
Right. Thank you guys for sending any donations you did. I see some people. Jay Elixir, thank you for the 5. It says, love from Hudson County. Honestly, do you think Drake is going to respond to K-Dot soon? Plus, have you heard the AI Drake response? I have not heard the AI Drake response. I do think Drake absolutely 100% will respond to K-Dot soon. No. Jordan Esther, thank you for the 10. By the way, also, I think this Diddy situation happening is helping Drake create more space, because it's one thing when this is the biggest and only thing people are talking about in media. Oh, Drake just got this by Kendrick. It feels like a pressurized situation that he has to respond sooner than later. We are distracted by this. He could take his time, and I don't think he's going to drop a dedicated this song. I think he's going to respond on a verse on somebody else's album. Jordan Nesson says, who's going to the freak off tonight? Series finale. Supercharged Tio, thank you for the 10. Says Tyrese is just a freaky master, bro. David 3707 says, yo, Meek's lawyer said something. Law and Crimes has it. Let's go there. Law and Crimes. Said everything we know should go there. Who's Meek's lawyer, by the way? Oh. Meek Mill's lawyer speaks on Diddy. What the fuck?
Who better to talk about the high-profile case of Sean Diddy Combs than the attorney who's represented some very high-profile celebrities like Bill Cosby and Meek Mill? Brian J. McMonagle gives his take and advice for Diddy. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Combs is the target. Potentially, Combs is happy to get your perspective on this. Brian, thanks so much for coming on. Pleasure to meet you. So I got to just get your overall take on what happened here. I will tell you, first of all, we talked about before the air, we've done stories on Diddy. I was maybe not one of the people that was that shocked when this came down, because we were reporting on lawsuits where he was accused of sex trafficking and sexual assault. But to see what happened the other day, what was your reaction to it?
I was shocked.
This lawyer here represented Bill Cosby
seeing
and Meek Mill.
The kind of federal response you saw at the execution of those warrants was stunning. It looked like they were hitting El Chapo's house. When I saw it on the news, and I had the same reaction. I mean, I had been looking at it and hearing the allegations and studying some of the lawsuits, but I never thought it would rise to the level of federal intervention, particularly at that level. Stunned, and my initial thoughts were twofold. One is that they're very close to indicting somebody, or two, they had some really hard intel that told them they had to move quickly so they could discover evidence that their information was indicating was either located at one of these residents, but it was stunning in terms of the swiftness and the breadth of it, I must tell you.
Well, listen, I wanted your perspective too, because fresh off the presses late yesterday, Diddy's attorney, he's now being represented by Aaron Dyer, released a very long statement on the rapper's behalf. As a defense attorney,
By the way, Kelvin Haynes, thank you for the 50. He says, yo, people don't mention this, but Diddy's connected to the owner of Zeus, and they paid for his last party. There's rumors that all of the women there are escorts. Really? So are you tying Lemuel Plummer in this? And Smokey Boat with 5 says, yo, did you hear the leaked audio of Meek allegedly getting clapped? No Diddy, bro. Like, literally, no Diddy.
Curious your perspective on. So it says, quote, yesterday, There was a gross overuse of military-level force as search warrants were executed at Mr. Combs' residences. There is no excuse for the excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities or the way his children and employees were treated. Mr. Combs was never detained, but spoke to and cooperated with authorities. Despite media speculation, neither Mr. Combs nor any of his family members have been arrested, nor has their ability to travel been restricted in any way. This unprecedented ambush, paired with an advanced, coordinated media presence, leads to a premature rush to judgment of Mr. Combs. It is nothing.
We're gonna pause this to go to so that's Meek's lawyer, and he's gonna give some insight. But we have a former federal FBI agent who's gonna comment as well, and apparently that they say that no doubt that he's gonna face charges. So it's not even like, oh, will there be charges?
More evidence may come out. Some I do, some I don't. But we do have an extradition treaty with them. Right now, though, because of the public nature of this, I have a very hard time believing that a country would allow his plane to land with him on it in their country. They don't have to let him land if they don't want to. And so I think that it would be very difficult for him to be able to land in an inhospitable country simply because they don't want him. We do have extradition treaties with more countries than I think people would think. And typically, they will send folks back to us as long as we take the death penalty off of the table. And I don't believe that this is a death penalty case. It's Southern District of New York. And so I believe that whether we have an extradition treaty or not with whatever country he may or may not go to.
So she's initially talking about, I believe at first the rumors were like he's in the plane somewhere in the air and he might go to another country. That wasn't true. But let's go to her just kind of analyzing what she's seen and what she thinks is going to happen.
In danger. And so part of me wonders if this was done to stop that.
And
that
shit,
they will get to the arrest, obviously, at some point. Because, as you mentioned, typically these warrants are served and there's usually an indictment that goes, hand in hand with that at the same time. So in my opinion, it's not unheard of. It's just a little bit unusual. We don't typically see this. Anytime we did raids at the FBI.
We're going to stop that right there, man. Okay, I appreciate y'all out there from tapping in, but man, we're gonna resume back tomorrow, man, probably around the same time, and get into some more of this, man. We don't, you know what I'm saying? So appreciate, shout out to DJ Academic, man, for the content also as well. And subscribe to the channel, Malone TV, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hit that like button, share the page, man. You know what I'm saying? In the meanwhile, we out. Deuces.